All right, let's do a little bit of practice with Git. All right, so in class, we basically did a bunch of examples. All right, so notice I've got a bunch of files on the left here that were just from our code alongs. And if we go to github.com, you'll notice that we don't have these files there yet. I have to go and take these files and push them up into GitHub. So here is the classroom GitHub. And if you'll notice that Unit 2 Week 1 Day 2 just has the images, it doesn't have any of the other files that we worked on during class. So I want to take this files from my computer and push them up to my GitHub. Well, that's pretty easy to do. Currently, I'm in this folder. This is the folder where the classroom GitHub repo is. So this is the folder I need to be in if I wanted to like push stuff. It's the same thing with your labs. Always check what folder you're in first. One of the biggest mistakes that beginners make is they're not in the right folder. Okay, the folder is where your GitHub repo is. So if you have a lab, you go to the folder where your lab is. If you're doing a pull for the classroom repo, you're going to be in your JavaScript Bootcamp folder. Just be sure, always look on the left over here to figure out where your folder is, and just kind of like don't let your eyes move over this. This is very important. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do Git Status. Okay, Git Status is a command that lets you know what branch you're currently on and what files and folders are Git is tracking. So it tells me I'm on the main branch, and it also has these two things in red. So here are the two folders that we made. They're in red because Git is not currently tracking them. Git is stupid. It does not know what files or folders you want it to push up to GitHub or which to keep track of. It just basically says, you tell me what files and folders I should be looking at. All right, so right now it's red because Git is not tracking these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I want Git to track everything in my current folder. The command will be git add period. Okay, git add dot. This will basically say, hey, everything in my current folder, my JavaScript Bootcamp September blah 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 folder, I want you to just go ahead and track it. So I'm going to go hit enter. Then if I do Git Status again, notice how everything's green. Now Git's like, cool, you want me to keep track of these files and folders in case I need to like do anything with them. Okay, if it's green, we're good. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is we need to let Git know that I want to make these changes official. Okay, I want to record them down. Okay, we're going to do a commit. A commit is like making a journal entry. Always think of GitHub like a journal, like you're constantly adding things every day. So like you have an entry and you're going to sort of commit your entry to your book. So the command for that is git commit -m, and then you're going to put a message here. So for example, I'll put day 2 examples from class. Just a message that like tells people what like this commit is. Other people cannot read your mind. They don't know what this code is, and it saves some time from them having to like go through all your code trying to figure out what the heck the code does. So your commit should be brief, but it should be something that lets another person who's not you know what the heck the code you're submitting does. All right, git commit -m, and then a message, and then I'm going to hit enter. Okay, and it will do this. So we're good. We've committed. If we do git status again, okay, it will say your branch is ahead of origin main by 1 commit. What that basically means is that when GitHub compares my local repo, my local stuff, to what's in github.com, I've got more stuff than what's in github.com. So GitHub keeps track of which thing is ahead, which has more stuff. All right, so I want to take my stuff that's currently on my computer and push it up to github.com. So we're going to do Git Push. And voila. Okay, there are no errors. Everything is pushed. If I go over to github.com and refresh, I go to Unit 2 Week 1. See, now we have all the folders that we worked on. Okay, with all of our examples from class. All right, so that's pretty much it. Again, you're going to do git add dot, then git commit -m, and then a message of whatever, and then you're going to do git push. This is going to be like the thing you do for like your labs and stuff. All right. When you're ready to get new stuff, so for example, at the beginning of every class, you should navigate to our classroom GitHub repo folder and do git pull. Okay, this will allow you to, like, if I put new stuff in, you'll be able to pull it down from github.com and you will have a copy on your local computer. When you start work, when you guys get your jobs and you start working, you're going to do a git pull pretty much every morning, and this is a common thing you do. So we're going to start practicing it now. All right, that's it for Git.